The narrative is Asia ex-China now, and key beneficiaries of that are India, Korea, as well as Japan. You're saying in your notes that South Korea is looking interesting, and the stocks there are very cheap. I mean, we talked about the Korean discount and the whole value-up reform instituted by the government or policymakers. I just want to get your sense in, and I'm also picking, by the way, data that flows to the region have picked up in the last 1 month. In fact, we're looking at the Kospi outperform this morning. What's your sense about what's happening over here, and can South Korea outdo Japan this year?
Well, I mean, first of all, we do like Japan. Things are moving in a positive direction. The government reforms are working. They raised rates for the first time in over a decade, as you said earlier on your show. Wage growth is finally positive. Inflation is picking up now, and that's allowing, for earnings growth. And so it's working. The thing is, the stocks are also working. So, the Nikkei is at roughly 23 times forward earnings, whereas the Kospi is around 10. They actually have similar growth if you look at estimates from 22 to 25 at around 9 and 10%. And even just looking at things like GDP growth, Korea is actually going to grow faster than Japan. If you look at, just take a couple examples, like a Toyota is at 10 times versus a Hyundai is at 5 times. And they really have sort of similar growth between 2017 and 2025 if you look at the estimates. So we think, Korea is just very, very cheap. Obviously, it's very early in the details of their corporate value up program. And there are interests that don't necessarily want to see it happen, i.e. some of the large families, prefer to have the stock prices low because, they have high inheritance taxes there. So the lower the stock prices are, the better for the families. But it seems to us that things are moving in the right direction. A lot of the public, which does own stocks through the pensions, does want this as well. And the government's been, slowly moving in the right direction. So if they were able to get this programs up and running, you could see that Korea discount really start to close. And, across the board, the Korean stocks are cheaper than most other markets, particularly when you look at the quality of some of the companies.